Hi, I'm Brian Dean from the Oklahoman, and I'm here today with Karl and Ruth Kobbeltvedt, who are from Norway. Ruth is actually was a exchange student here in the 1970s in South Bend, Indiana, and her son Karl was an exchange student just this last school year here in Oklahoma City at Classen. Is that correct, Karl?
Yes, that's correct.
And we're going to talk to them today a little bit about the terrorist attack in Norway, which just happened. This right-wing extremist who bombed a building downtown and then went to an island where there were some kids who were at a summer camp and opened fire and killed upwards of 70 folks. And so I guess I'd just like to ask you guys at first, just what's the feeling like in Norway right now, and how are people adjusting?
It's really shocking by the Norwegian people because it's not really a thing that happens in the north of Europe, you know, and nothing else horrible has happened in Norway since the Second World War, you know. But I think we're taking it real well in Norway. People are really loving, and I think we're really good to go on and pretend that nothing had happened. But of course, you can't forget it just like that because it's really shocking.
Ruth, I think one of the toughest things here is that there were so many children who were killed. And as a parent, can you talk about, I imagine that parents in the whole country are sort of shocked and appalled at this.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like as a parent, thinking this could happen here?
Yes, of course, and since they were so young, they were a summer camp for the democratic young leaders of the country. So they were from 14 to 20 years old, many of them, and there were so many, I think it was 600 on the island. And they were gathered in a house because they heard about the shocking bombing incident. So it's unreal that something like that could have happened, and someone wrote that this took away the innocence from us because we are a very naive or open country where everyone walks around and you don't have security, and we think the best of everyone. And this country, since it was a summer camp, you had representatives from the whole country, so every community is hurt by this, and I think everyone is in shock. But our Prime Minister, he had led this crisis so beautifully, while he has said, then we have to stay together, and it was arranged a rose meeting, and I think 100,000 in the streets of Oslo. And one girl wrote on the Facebook, if one can have so much hate, then we are so many together to give so much love. So I think that is the atmosphere in Oslo, that they are showing that they are caring more for each other.
One of the things that the reaction here, there came to be known this concept called the Oklahoma Standard, where people, after the bombing, people were very very giving, and there was a reaction here of trying to help, and that's happened with subsequent disasters that have happened. And I wonder kind of what the response has been like in Norway, and if you've seen that kind of response. Are people more scared? Are they wanting to close off, maybe start to become more closing off or adding more security, or is it a case where people are trying to be more helpful and pulling together and responding that way?
I think the first reaction was, in the magazine, a little girl said, "What can I do?" And I think that is the first reaction. People were shocked, but they were helping at the island. All the campers, they went out even if they risked their own lives to save these children. So I think that is the first reaction. And also in Oslo, everyone came and tried to show patience and compassion. And also we had many messes at church where people gathering and this rose demonstration. But secondly, I think it will change. I think the government has to do something, because of course they have to go through everything and see what did we do wrong, do we have to have more protection. And like our prime minister, I met him many times riding his bike, and this is an open society. I know they are targets as in all countries. I mean, so I think they had to. They will change a little bit, but hopefully not too much. We don't accept to change because of terrorism. Then they will win.
Karl, how do you think your country is going to change now?
Politicians can go around the streets just like normal people, and that I don't think we can keep on going with that. I think they need more security. And Norway is one of those countries that has police that doesn't wear weapons in the streets. So I also think that will change, or hopefully. It's not. I mean, I hope they could keep on going with like no weapons.
Okay, well, thank you guys for joining us very much, and stay tuned into News OK for more on this story and many others.